This is LT Melton with FetchYourNews.com, and I'm here with Dillon Ushery, offensive lineman, a rising senior for Fannin County High School Rebels football team. Dillon, talk a little bit about your outlook for this season and how it's different from last year being a year in the system.
Well, I feel like on this upcoming year, we've had the rest of the team has had 1 year with the system. I just moved back from Kennesaw Mountain, and I've had 2 years with the system, and it's a hard concept to grasp when you move from what we used to do to a spread like this. A lot more moving, not trying to just bust it up the middle, actually trying to get a little outside run. We have more speed on the team than I've seen in years. I mean, since I was little, honestly, 40 times are crazy compared to what they used to be on average. And I just feel like we've got the system down pat. I mean, there's nobody on that field that don't know what they're doing. We're ready to go. We're ready to bust it. And I don't know if there's anyone in this region that we can't compete with.
Now, let me ask you, as an offensive lineman, when you don't have that huddle, when you're in the trenches, but you're in that no huddle and you're going back and forth, what does it do for your conditioning, and what are some of the things that you have to do to be more conditioned?
Well, before Coach Papo got here, we had always ran both sides of the ball. Now we're only running one. There is no huddle, but we do have a lot more break than what us as a team, as a group, we're used to. I feel like we're in great shape. As a team, we always have been, and it's something though that if you weren't used to it, if you played one side of the ball and you didn't, and you wasn't used to that no huddle, it'd be rough. But you just gotta keep going. A lot of running.
Now, you're a rising senior. Talk a little bit about you guys' senior class and some of the leadership responsibilities that you guys have taken on.
Well, as a class, honest to goodness, I don't think there's a closer group of boys. I moved back just to be with who I grew up with. Some of the responsibilities we have, you got to make sure you're ready to go. And you want to do it. At least show you do, even if you don't, because everybody else looks at that. We have a big freshman class, pretty decent sophomore class, and we always did. We looked up to the people, juniors, seniors especially. It's something where if you don't want to do something, they're not going to want to do it. You got to show that you want to do it, and that's what you got to do to win. And I think that's the main thing. There's responsibility position-wise, but if you've played it, we've always had that. I think the main thing is just really morale. Keep that up, and everybody else follow along.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that, speaking about when you were a freshman and a sophomore and a young guy, you guys are running a camp right now for the young kids and the youth in the middle school. Talk a little bit about being that senior and 5-6 years ago, you were that kid. Talk a little bit about working with the kids.
Oh, yeah, it was just 6 years ago, I was at the camp. It's a lot different. I know. From when now we take them, if you're wanting to come, you can come. When we used to do it, you had to be 7. And since I was 7 years old, that was what I look forward to every year. That especially that 07 class, we had some beasts on that team, and I looked up to them ever since, as long as I can remember. It's something that I feel like all the little kids that want to be there, they look forward to it, and it's someone they can look up to. Even though, we're nothing special, but in their eyes, in my eyes, when I was that small, this is it. Fannin County football is what they're looking forward to and what they've always wanted to do.
Now, let me ask, I asked everyone else, and I kind of got an idea what your answer is going to be, but is there a particular team or game that you're looking forward to maybe more so than the others?
First game of the season, Gilmer County.
and why is that?
Why is that? Because Gilmer and Union have always been two pretty big rivals. I think that Gilmer on an average, since we grew up, since we were 7, not as much now. There's been changes here and there, especially once we got into school ball. But on an average, all throughout our lives, us and Gilmer have been like real close, skill-wise. You got to fight for the game. Even in middle school, especially our class in 8th grade. There wasn't a team that we didn't. It was bad, but Gilmer was always right there at us, always. And I just feel like it's a real competitive. There's a lot of guys over there that think they're the best, and there's a lot of guys over here that we know we're the best. So I just feel, and they're so close. Our school's on the Gilmer line. None of us, we all know people over there.
Right.
And there's only one team worse than Gilmer, and that's Copper Basin.
Well, I appreciate your time, and good luck throughout the season.
Thank you.